I know that this hasn't been talked about in the past couple of days, but I definitely want to talk some basketball. I know it's Giants and Yankees.
No,
but,
listen, we had Hornacek on. We've talked about Porzingis.
I wanted to go to a couple
and I've
things.
raved about Porzingis here for 3 years, and I had people tell me I was nuts about how good he was going to be. But you know what? I'm not the least bit surprised by this, not even a little bit.
I wanted to say another thing about the Knicks too, but the first thing about Porzingus is I just think that he's the most talented player of my generation. So watching the Knicks post Patrick, I don't think there's anybody that compares to him talent-wise. The only way he's not a superstar is if something bad happens career-wise, injury or something.
I told people for 2 years that Porzingus could be first-team All-NBA. They thought I was nuts, and now you're seeing the fruits. Porzingus,
100%.
There's no reason in the world he can't be a All-NBA player.
And I know I'm really early. It's only 9 games into the season, and I really still feel like we can contend for an 8 seed and battle throughout this year because the East is just so bad. And that's still another thing about the Cavs. That's why the Cavs are going to be still the favorite when push comes to shove. But, I just don't see it this year, Mike. I think
the Cavs,
bad could happen to them.
First of all, the Cavs have to do one thing and do it quickly. Cut Jalen Rose. All right, you got to get him off the floor. I'm sorry,
Derek Rose.
Derek Rose. Derek Rose, get him off the floor.
He's
First
terrible.
of all,
he takes terrible shots.
Get him off he couldn't guard a lamppost, and he takes nothing but bad shots. The day you get him off the team, you're a better team.
When
so
they
get him off the floor.
They're going to be a lot better, and we haven't seen that yet. But I still feel like it's not like it used to be the past couple of years where we were like, Cleveland's definitely going to be there and run through the East. They're going to have some battles in the East. That's something.
Well, listen, other than Cleveland and Boston, I mean, Toronto should be pretty good.
And the Wizards I still don't like them that much.
I like the Wizards. They should be better than they are, the Wizards. They really should.
You know who I like too, Mike? I like the Bucks. I know they're not good right now. They're 4-5.
Well, they just made the trade for Bledsoe, too.
That's going to help out a lot. They need a point guard.
That's going to help them. And now with the Freak who's scoring 33 points a game, with Bledsoe, it's going to be a big help for them. They're going to move up. I think Boston and Cleveland are the class. We all know that.
I think the 76ers, too, are starting to take a turn.
Well,
looks amazing.
Listen, they got some good players. There's no question. But I like what I'm seeing. And I'll tell you, Nicolina the other night, he's not intimidated, number one. He wasn't afraid from taking the big shot. When he did, he hit a great big shot in that game. He made it.
Huge.
That was a big shot. He definitely can defend. I like to see him take the ball to the basket a little bit, which I haven't seen him do that at all yet.
But he's a great passer, too, Mike, right? I did not think he was that good.
But where's the penetration? I haven't seen any penetration.
You're not seeing it.
No, I haven't. And I'm sure that's the next thing I would, if I talk Hornacek again, I want to see some penetration with him going to the basket. I don't see anything with him. He has not taken the ball to the hoop at all. But in the games I've watched, and I've watched them because, I've been interested in what they've done the last week. I really have, and I watched them. I watched some of the Indiana game the other night. I actually saw the score, and I saw it at halftime. The Knicks were down big, and then I went to put Harrison to bed. And Harrison likes to put a game on at night, and I went to put the Sunday night football game on, and the Knicks game was on, so I put the Knicks game on the radio, and the Knicks were only down 6. So I said, they're making a comeback. I got to go downstairs and put this on. I put it on, and I watched the last 5 minutes of the game. And the Knicks, it was a great finish. That place was going crazy. It was a great finish. So I actually saw the last 5 minutes of the game. And, Porzingis made shots, but, and Hardaway made some plays. But Nicolina he made a couple of really good plays, including they kicked it to him for an open 3, and he did he knocked it right down. So I was impressed by them. I really was.
Like the Knicks' chances this year for contending for a playoff spot.
Let's not get crazy yet. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's just try to get competitive first.
I agree, and what I'm seeing is I like this young group that they have. These guys are playing like the Jets are playing, like this free, happy team. They ridded themselves of all the poison that was in their team.
You have no guys who are stopping the ball for their own shot now. Porzingus is going to be the guy. He knows he's the guy, but he'll also pass the ball. They are playing like a team. Cantor is very hard to handle. You got Porzingus and Cantor on the offensive glass. That means free throws. When you get offensive rebounds, guys get fouled. That's what you get to the line. Now, Cantor's going to hurt you sometimes on defensive matchups. We know that. He's going to get caught in some really bad ones. He and Porzingus are going to get caught in some really bad ones. We know that. But they're going to kill people on the offensive glass. Porzingus is impossible to stop. Absolutely impossible offensively. No one's stopping him. He can score at will because he can shoot, he can move, and he's 7'4" or 5. It's a special offensive player. He can get, you see, guys who score for real score effortlessly. That's what Porzingus does. Porzingus can get 20 without breaking a sweat. He can get 10 on the foul line. He can get a couple things around the basket. Then you work for the other points. But he can get 20. You can write 20 down. Any night he's going to play 35 minutes, you can write 20 down because he's going to start with 20. Because he's going to get to the foul line. He's going to get some offensive putbacks. He's going to get some easy shots. Then you put down a couple of trays, and away you go. And he's scoring really, really at will. And so are a couple other big guys in the league. I mean, the Greek Freak's scoring. He leads the league in scoring right now. He's scoring at like 33, 34 points a game. You got Cousins, who's having a monster year. You got Anthony Davis and Cousins, who both put up monster numbers. Doesn't get him anything, but they put up monster numbers. So you got all those guys, big guys, scoring everywhere. Back after this.